My dear brothers and sisters, sometimes in life, Allah's help is not immediately visible. We may find ourselves in trials, feeling lost or overwhelmed, yet behind every difficulty lies a hidden blessing. Know this, Allah is always working for you, even when you cannot see it. Patience is the key. Those who remain steadfast, who trust in His plan, are the ones who will witness relief and ease. And indeed, there are signs that good times are near. Perhaps you feel a renewed strength in your heart, a sense of clarity in your decisions, or even small blessings that remind you that Allah has not forgotten you. These are whispers of hope, gentle reminders that brighter days are ahead. While you wait, do not forget to be grateful. Even the smallest blessing is a sign of His mercy. Reflect on yourself, on your journey, and let your hardships shape you into a better, stronger person. Optimism is not just a feeling, it is an act of faith. Hold on to hope. Keep your heart firm in trust, and know that Allah's hidden help is closer than you think. The best is yet to come. One of the most profound realities of our faith is that Allah's help is often hidden. It is easy for us to become disheartened when we face trials, when life seems heavy and our hearts are weighed down with worry and anxiety. We may look around and wonder, where is the relief? Why am I still struggling? Yet it is precisely at these moments that Allah is working for us in ways we cannot see. Often His help does not arrive in the way we imagine. We may expect doors to open immediately, problems to disappear overnight, or blessings to fall into our hands without effort. But Allah's wisdom surpasses our understanding. His timing is perfect, and His methods are beyond what we can comprehend. Consider for a moment the nature of hidden help. It may come as a person you least expect extending kindness, as an opportunity that seems small but transforms your life, or as a change within yourself that equips you to overcome future challenges. Sometimes the relief is not immediate. It may arrive months or even years later, but it is always there, shaping your journey in ways that are ultimately for your good. Just as a seed buried in the soil must undergo darkness and pressure before it sprouts into a strong, fruitful tree, so too do our difficulties prepare us for the blessings that lie ahead. The trials we endure are not punishments, but opportunities, tools in Allah's hands to strengthen our character, increase our reliance on Him, and refine our patience and faith. Patience is central to recognizing Allah's hidden help. It is easy to surrender to despair when our prayers seem unanswered, when our efforts appear fruitless, and when life's burdens press heavily upon us. Yet patience is not merely passive waiting. It is active trust. It is holding firm to faith while navigating the storm, knowing that no difficulty is permanent and no hardship is without purpose. Allah reminds us in the Quran that after every hardship there is ease. This promise is not vague, it is certain. Even if the relief is hidden, even if it is delayed, it will come. And when it does, it often exceeds our imagination because Allah's generosity knows no bounds. Hidden help can also be subtle, almost imperceptible. It may appear as a quiet strength in your heart when you face a challenge, a new perspective that allows you to see solutions you could not before, or a gentle guidance that nudges you toward the right decision at the right time. Many times we search for grand miracles, forgetting that the most profound acts of Allah often occur in the ordinary, in the everyday moments that we overlook. A kind word, a timely conversation, a door that opens just when it is needed. These are signs of Allah's help waiting for those with eyes to see and hearts to recognize. One of the most beautiful aspects of hidden help is that it teaches humility. It reminds us that we are not in control of everything, that life is not simply the sum of our own efforts, and that our reliance must be on Allah alone. When we struggle to see the outcome, when we cannot trace the path, it is a moment to surrender, to pray sincerely, and to trust that Allah is orchestrating events in ways far greater than we imagine. The human mind may not understand why certain doors close or why certain plans fail, but often these apparent setbacks are actually the very mechanisms through which Allah prepares the ground for greater blessings. It is also important to understand that hidden help often works in tandem with our own efforts. Allah does not remove the need for action, but He blesses those actions when they are aligned with faith and sincerity. Struggle and effort are not signs that Allah has abandoned us, rather they are signs that He is preparing the stage, shaping the circumstances, and ensuring that when help arrives, it is complete and enduring. The hidden help may be invisible to our eyes, but it is never absent. Even in the darkest moments, Allah is present, guiding, protecting, and providing in ways we may never fully comprehend. So, my dear brothers and sisters, Let us train ourselves to see beyond the immediate, to recognize that what appears as difficulty may be a blessing in disguise, and that Allah's help is always closer than we think. Let us remain patient, trust in His wisdom, and look for the subtle signs of His mercy in every situation. Let us remember that no matter how deep the darkness, the light of Allah's help is never far away. It may be hidden, it may be delayed, but it is certain, and it will manifest in ways that are beyond our imagination. When we hold firm to faith, when we acknowledge His presence even in struggle, and when we embrace patience with sincerity, we align ourselves with the divine flow of life, and we position ourselves to receive the hidden blessings that Allah has prepared for us. Truly, Allah's help is a secret that unfolds for those who trust, persevere, and maintain hope. And when that help becomes visible, it is often greater than we could have ever imagined. My dear brothers and sisters, patience and trust are two of the most essential qualities that a believer must nurture in life. Often we encounter situations that test our resolve, that challenge our hearts, and that seem at first glance impossible to endure. In these moments, the natural reaction of the human soul is to become anxious, frustrated, or even despairing. Yet, Islam teaches us that patience is not simply about waiting for difficulties to pass. It is a conscious choice to remain steadfast, to rely on Allah, and to maintain hope even when circumstances seem bleak. True patience is active, not passive. It is a deliberate act of faith, a demonstration of our understanding that Allah knows what is best for us, and that His wisdom is far beyond our limited perception. Trust in Allah, known as tawakkul, complements patience perfectly. It is the inner conviction that Allah is the ultimate planner, the one who guides events in ways that are perfectly aligned with our best interests. Trust is not blind, it is cultivated through reflection, understanding, and experience. When we have faced trials in the past and witnessed Allah's mercy and provision, our trust deepens. We recognize that the difficulties of today are shaping us for tomorrow, and that what appears as hardship may be the very tool through which blessings are prepared. The combination of patience and trust is powerful. It allows the heart to remain calm, the mind to think clearly, and the soul to maintain a connection with the divine even amidst chaos. Many of us have experienced moments when life seemed unbearable, when the burdens felt heavier than we could bear. Perhaps we prayed earnestly, seeking relief, yet nothing seemed to change. In such moments, patience is our anchor, and trust is our guiding light. Without patience, we may act hastily, make decisions out of fear, or lose hope entirely. Without trust, our patience may waver, and our hearts may fill with doubt. But when both are cultivated, they transform our perspective. We begin to see challenges not as punishments or random misfortunes, but as opportunities. Opportunities to grow, to strengthen our faith, and to draw closer to Allah. Patience and trust also teach us humility. They remind us that we are not the ultimate controllers of our destiny, that life's outcomes are not solely in our hands, and that Allah's wisdom governs all things. Sometimes we are quick to question, why is this happening to me? Or why does Allah allow this? And yet every difficulty carries within it the seeds of blessing. A missed opportunity may protect us from harm. A closed door may redirect us to a path of far greater success. A trial may build resilience, empathy, and inner strength that no easy victory could ever provide. Patience allows us to endure these moments without resentment, and trust allows us to believe in the hidden wisdom behind them. The Quran reassures us repeatedly about the value of patience and trust. Allah tells us that those who endure with patience will be rewarded beyond measure, and that relief comes with every hardship. These promises are not empty words. They are reminders that the universe operates under Allah's divine wisdom, and that our perseverance is never wasted. Trust encourages us to act with sincerity and integrity, knowing that our efforts are seen and valued by the one who knows everything. Even when results are delayed, trust gives us the confidence to continue striving, because we understand that outcomes are ultimately in Allah's hands, and that He will never abandon those who rely on Him. Patience and trust also shape our interactions with others. A patient and trusting heart is less prone to anger, jealousy, or despair. It becomes a source of calm and reassurance for those around us. When we trust in Allah, we do not rush to blame others or the world for our circumstances. Instead, we seek solutions, act responsibly, and maintain hope. Our patience inspires others, and our trust becomes a beacon of faith. We begin to see that life is not about avoiding difficulties, but about navigating them with grace, faith, and resilience. It is important to remember that patience and trust are not static qualities. They are cultivated through practice. Each challenge we face is an opportunity to strengthen them. Each time we resist despair, choose hope over fear, and rely on Allah instead of solely on our own understanding, our patience and trust grow. And when the relief finally comes, as it always does, the sweetness of success is amplified because we have endured with faith. The journey itself becomes a source of blessing, shaping us into better, stronger, and more compassionate human beings. So let us hold firm to patience in our trials and cultivate unwavering trust in Allah. Let us remind ourselves that every difficulty carries a hidden blessing, and that every moment of endurance draws us closer to divine mercy. Let us live with hearts anchored in faith, confident that Allah's plan is perfect and assured that He never burdens a soul beyond what it can bear. In patience, there is strength. In trust, there is peace. And together, they illuminate the path through life's darkest moments, guiding us toward the good times that await, insha'Allah. One of the most comforting realities in our journey of faith is that Allah never leaves His servants without hope. Even in the deepest valleys of difficulty, there are signs, often subtle, sometimes almost imperceptible, that ease and relief are on their way. Many of us look for grand miracles, expecting life to change overnight in ways that are obvious and dramatic. Yet Allah's wisdom is such that His help often comes quietly, through small and gentle signs that, if we are attentive, can give our hearts reassurance and confidence that better times are near. Recognizing these signs requires patience, mindfulness, and a heart attuned to gratitude. It requires understanding that the divine plan often unfolds gradually, and that relief is frequently preceded by subtle shifts in our circumstances, thoughts, and emotions. One of the first signs of relief often appears within ourselves. Perhaps we begin to feel a sense of clarity in our decisions, a renewed strength in our actions, or a calmness in our hearts, where previously there was confusion and fear. These changes, though internal and invisible to others, are indicators that Allah is preparing the path ahead. Sometimes we notice that we are able to bear our burdens more easily, or that the weight on our shoulders feels lighter than before. This inner shift is a powerful sign that Allah's hidden help is already at work. It is a reminder that relief is not only external, in the form of material ease or visible success, but also internal, in the form of resilience, wisdom, and emotional fortitude. Another sign of forthcoming ease often comes in the form of opportunities. Life may present small doors that were previously closed, or open doors that seem unexpected. These may be moments to reconnect with a friend who provides guidance, a new opportunity for work or study, or a chance encounter that sets things in motion for greater good. Sometimes the blessings are subtle. A kind word from someone, a small solution to a problem, or an unexpected moment of guidance. These seemingly minor events are often the prelude to larger changes, and they are Allah's way of preparing us to receive His mercy. It is important, therefore, to remain attentive and thankful, for recognizing these signs strengthens our faith and gives our hearts hope. Often, the signs of relief are intertwined with the presence of gratitude. When we begin to notice and appreciate the small blessings in our lives, the health we have, the relationships that support us, the opportunities to grow, or even the very breath we take, we align ourselves with Allah's mercy. Gratitude acts like a magnet for further blessings. By counting the small victories and appreciating the hidden favors, we begin to see that Allah has never abandoned us and that relief is on the horizon. This awareness transforms our perspective. Difficulties no longer seem endless and hope takes root in the heart. Sometimes, signs of good times ahead appear in the resolution of conflicts or challenges that have been weighing heavily on us. Perhaps a long-standing problem begins to find a solution, or a strained relationship begins to heal. These moments, no matter how small, are indicators that Allah's help is manifesting in our lives. It is important to pay attention to these changes and not dismiss them as mere coincidence. They are reminders that divine wisdom operates in ways we cannot always fully comprehend, and that even gradual progress is a sign of Allah's mercy and intervention. The people around us can also serve as a source of these subtle signs. Supportive words, guidance,